Imagine the swirling clouds of dust and smoke on the Alamo battlefield surrounding a figure whose name has become a byword for American courage, Davy Crockett. For nearly 200 years, his story has been told in a singular way. Crockett fought fiercely until his last bullet was spent, dying heroically amid the siege's fiery end. Hollywood has cemented this portrayal, casting him as the ultimate emblem of bravery and defiance, standing tall against overwhelming odds. But what if everything you believed about Crockett's death was mistaken? What if, rather than falling gloriously in combat, he actually surrendered? What if the iconic frontiersman, the embodiment of freedom and rugged independence, was captured alive and then cruelly executed away from the battlefield? This isn't mere speculation or an obscure rumor. It's a narrative supported by chilling eyewitness testimonies, official reports, and first-hand memoirs, long ignored, dismissed, or hidden. Today we delve into the murky aftermath of the Alamo, peeling back layers of myth and propaganda to reveal a startling truth that will forever alter your view of one of America's most legendary heroes. Drawing on secret Mexican documents and eyewitness accounts only recently uncovered, the evidence reveals a grim tale of betrayal, brutality, and a death far more tragic than the celebrated last stand we've all been taught. Prepare yourself, because when this video ends, you'll be rethinking the entire legend of Davy Crockett, understanding why his true fate is not only historical fact, but a profound reminder of freedom's harsh cost and the complex reality behind every heroic tale. Stay tuned, because this is the untold truth about how Davy Crockett truly died. But before we begin, please like and subscribe to support our community. There are two conflicting narratives offered by Hollywood and historians about Crockett's death during the Alamo siege. Over time, numerous films have depicted the battle's tragic climax, each showing its own take on those final moments. Despite some differences, they all portray Crockett fighting courageously and refusing to surrender, resolute against the crushing forces arrayed against the brave defenders that day. No one questions Crockett's immense bravery and honor in his final hours. Yet, another version exists, strongly supported by undeniable evidence clarifying the events of March 6, 1836. In 1955, a Mexican memoir boldly declared that Crockett did not die in battle, but surrendered. Initially dismissed as offensive gossip, this account sparked new debate when translated into English 2 decades later, in 1975. As historians investigated corroborating evidence, the popular narrative began to shift. One of the earliest official post-battle reports came from Sam Houston on March 11, 1836. Although Houston's report didn't name Crockett directly, it did indicate that some defenders had surrendered. Soon after, various newspapers echoed this idea. For example, the Morning Courier and New York Inquirer, on July 9, 1836, described Crockett confronting General Santa Anna, staring him down with unwavering resolve. Manuel Fernandez Castrillon, the captor of one survivor, asked Santa Anna's wishes for the prisoners. Santa Anna's chilling reply was, "Have I not made clear how to deal with them?" Afterwards, several junior officers drew their swords and mercilessly killed the defenseless prisoners. This grim account is further confirmed by other Mexican eyewitnesses present at these moments. Ramon Martinez Caro, Santa Anna's secretary, wrote in an 1837 pamphlet, "5 men were found hiding after the attack by General Castrillon. Castrillon brought them before His Excellency. On presenting the prisoners, Castrillon was sternly chastised for not killing them immediately. Santa Anna then turned away, as soldiers stepped forward and slaughtered the prisoners." End quote. José Enrique de la Peña's memoir offers a somewhat different view, quoting, "About 7 men survived the massacre and were brought to Santa Anna under General Castrillon's protection. Among these was the naturalist David Crockett, famous across North America for his remarkable feats. Santa Anna dismissed Castrillon's plea on Crockett's behalf with disdain, ordering Crockett's execution. Commanders and officers opposed this order, but some close to the president, perhaps absent during the heat of battle, drew swords and attacked these unarmed men like predators hunting prey. Though tortured before death, these men died without complaint or shame." End quote. Dan Kilgore, author of How Did Davy Die?, concludes, 4 officers and a sergeant who took part in the assault and witnessed the final tragedy specifically identified Crockett as among the captives. Their accounts have emerged over time, some only recently. While a single testimony might be questioned, together they form stronger documentation than any other episode from the battle." End quote. In short, overwhelming evidence suggests David Crockett was captured after the Alamo fell and was brutally killed under Santa Anna's orders. James A. Shackford, in David Crockett, sums it up eloquently. "Too much focus has been placed on the exact details of Crockett's death at the Alamo. The specifics don't matter. What truly counts is that he died as he had lived, marked by unwavering bravery. His life was characterized by courageous resolve, and his death was his final act of fearless valor. He dedicated himself wholly to liberty's cause. In the end, he gave his life standing against oppressive tyranny." End quote. So, what's your view? Was Davy Crockett the fearless fighter who died battling to his last breath, as legend and Hollywood have insisted? Or was he a man who, after a brutal fight, surrendered only to face a merciless and tragic execution? The evidence is powerful, yet the full truth remains obscured between history and myth. One thing is certain: Crockett's legacy isn't just about how he died, but the courage, conviction, and spirit he demonstrated throughout his life. His story challenges us to look beyond surface history and question accepted narratives. Now, I want to hear your opinion. What do you think really happened to Davy Crockett? Could there be more secrets waiting to be revealed? Share your thoughts, theories, and questions in the comments below. Let's solve this mystery together. If you found this historical journey as compelling as I did, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep explorations that challenge the stories you thought you knew. Sometimes the true story is far more gripping than the legend.